any homework questions about pretty much any angle? Okay? 4, 4. And me personally, I taught this last year. That's me personally. I don't know how your teacher did. But I have an acronym. Okay? It's called. Anybody remember last year from my class? Go ahead. All students take calculus. All students take calculus. Speaking of which, okay, here we go. So all students take calculus. Now what does that stand for? Well, that's my little acronym to tell you who's positive in which quadrant out of all your trig functions. Well, all of them are positive here because notice this quadrant plus plus, right? Does that make sense? And notice isn't sine your y value, cosine your x value, and tangent y over and therefore cosecant and so forth correspond with them, right? Well, they're all positive there, right? Okay, what do you guys think that S or students stand for? Sine. That means sine is positive here, and the reason being is you have the coordinate negative, positive. So on your unit circle when you guys were doing it with me, you were wondering where the positive negative is. Well, sine is positive here, that means cosine and tangent are negative here. And the reason why is cosine the x value is negative. Tangent is sine is the y value, but notice tangent is y over x, and positive over negative is a negative. Does that make sense? What do you guys think the t stands for? Tangent is positive there, and the reason being is because x is negative, y is negative, so that's right there why cosine and sine are negative. But then tangent is positive because a negative over a positive is a positive. Thank you, whoever said it. Okay, and then we have cosine is positive here because it's plus minus. Notice x is cosine, y is sine, negative over positive is a negative, and that's what tangent is. Does everybody understand which quadrant is which and so forth? Does that make sense with my acronym why I have all students take calculus? It helps you out there. Okay, with that being said, looking at my lovely sheet here, if I said if tangent of theta is negative 5/4, but cosine of theta is greater than 0, so notice guys it's the same angle, that's what I'm trying to justify there, right? Same angle. I would like you to find the sine of theta, the secant of theta, and the cotangent of theta. Actually in the book it says all 6, but I don't have time to do all 6. But I think if you guys can do these, you can do the 6 of them. Okay, so what do we do? Well, guys, that's basically not this one, but last time we just assumed this was always in the first quadrant. Okay? Well, tangent's not positive in the first quadrant, is it? Can you guys tell me where tangent is negative, please? Notice if he's positive in quadrant 1, what else is he positive in? Quadrant 3, he is then therefore negative in which 2 quadrants? 2 and 4. Does everybody understand what quadrants he is negative in? Okay? Well, where's cosine positive? Because that's what that says, where cosine of theta is greater than 0. That means that it is positive. What 2 quadrants say what you said? 4 and 1, right? Where am I going to draw my triangle? Quadrant 4, because that is where those guys share. Where cosine is positive, but sine is negative. I mean tangent. Does that make sense? Okay, so I draw down here. Remember, we always draw back to the x-axis. Here's our theta. Technically, this is theta. This is like a theta prime, but really doesn't matter. So if I'm standing there, I say, okay, tangent is opposite, and he is adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. But who gets the negative, the 4 or the 5? Because it's negative. Okay, I heard you say 4. I heard some people over here say 5. 5, it is 5 because notice we are over x is positive, y is negative, right? X is positive, y is negative, correct? Good old Pythagoras, that's 16 plus 25. What is 16 plus 25? 41. that's c squared, so therefore this is root of negative. Guys, when we get to a triangle, is it very hard after you get to a triangle? It's just trig functions now, isn't it? Okay, so I say to myself, what is sine of theta? Well, sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So negative 5 over root 41. Do I like that answer? I do not like that answer, so I just take it, try not to take its reciprocal, try that to be very easy. I go ahead and rationalize my denominator. Sorry, that's 41 now. So that would be negative 5 root 41 over 41. You guys understand where that came in? Okay, secant of theta. So secant, remember, is cosine, right? The reciprocal of cosine. So what was cosine? Adjacent over hypotenuse, correct? So what is the secant? Hypotenuse over adjacent. So root 41 over 4. Did I even need the triangle to find my cotangent? Why? Because I already know what tangent is, right? So therefore cotangent is its reciprocal, so therefore what would that be? Negative 4. You guys do that, you think? Not too bad, was it? Okay, that's a lot of what we're doing today, by the way. Next one. You guys ready to go back? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so do you have your all students take calculus on your paper? Okay, so notice, what two quadrants did I tell you that tangent was positive? Where the T is, right? And where else? Where the A is, because all of them are positive there, right? Does that make sense to you, Nikki? Okay, so tangent's positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. So therefore, what must he be in these two quadrants, 2 and 4? He's positive here, he's negative here. Does that make sense? So that's where the 2 and 4 come in. Okay, and then I say, okay, where's cosine positive? Quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. So therefore, that's where I went ahead. And then where does 2 and 4 and 1 and 4 meet up? In quadrant 3. Are you okay with that? Yes, sir. You are killing me today. The reciprocal. Gentlemen. Well, no, you wouldn't. Because like cosine would have been, I don't remember, 4 over root 41. That's cosine, right? Well, what's the reciprocal of cosine? Well, why would I? Because then I would just get back. Reciprocal, I don't have anything to add on the bottom. Now, if I did this, then I have 4 root 41 over 41, and I do the reciprocal there. Then I times root 41, right? So therefore, notice that's now 41 root 41 times 4 times 4. Those cancel out. Might as well just do the one that I already have. Right? Okay. Onward. Example number 2. Organized manner. Okay, here we go. Where is cosine of theta negative 2/5, but sine of theta is greater than 0? I would like to just define, let's go ahead and do the cosecant of theta and the tangent of theta. So basically, we're looking for, if we can basically get the triangle, we should be able to get all 6 pre-terms. Okay, so we ask ourselves, where is cosine negative? What two quadrants? So he's positive in quadrant what? 1 and 4. So therefore he is negative in 2 and 3. Does everybody understand? And basically you're looking for where your x value is negative, and isn't your x value negative in those two quadrants? also when sine is positive. Sine is positive when your y value is positive. What two quadrants is your sine value positive? 1 and 2. So where am I at? I'm in quadrant 2. Does everybody understand why I'm in quadrant 2? So there's theta, and I have the cosine of it. Cosine is a tangent over hypotenuse. We know this is root minus root negative 2 my x value. So when I go ahead and do Pythagorean theorem, what does this guy comes out to be? Root 21, and he should be positive. Why should he be positive? Because he is up, right? He's going up. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so now we just go ahead and say cosecant. Remember, cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. And what is sine again? Opposite over hypotenuse. So therefore, cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. So hypotenuse, 5 over opposite, root 21. So that's 5 root 21 over 21. Does that make sense? Anybody have a question? Onward. Tangent. You stand here. Tangent, remember, is opposite over 8. So let there be negative root 21 over 8. Basically, as soon as you get the triangle, just make sure you rationalize your denominators as such, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Why would I never coach? First off, I don't have any experience to coach. I quit in elementary school. This is how they taught me to block in elementary school. Okay, you don't hold a lot when you're like this. So, that I don't have experience. First off, why do coaches do it? They don't do it for the money. They do it for the love. And I love sports because I love cricket. The wrestling coach, when I was in high school, we calculated how many hours he spent plus what he got for his stipend. He got a percent from it. Sorry, I love my family too much. I don't know where to pay attention to that. With little kids, maybe if I was older, aren't you the youngest? That's a different situation, right? You know what I mean? So that's why I said that. Yes, sir.
How come that root 21 is negative?
Okay, why is this guy negative? Well, first off, root 21 over negative 2. But do we ever like to have our negatives on the denominator? So I brought him up. So that's the reason. Okay. Hey! Big example of free. Have it in a nice order and everything. You should be proud, guys. This was good work. Okay. So, once again, just like we see on number 3 of the Bell quiz, you see how it says 0 is less than or equal to theta, less than or equal to, this time we're going to do 360 degrees. I also want your answer, theta between 2 pi. So what does that tell me? I want my answers in degrees and in radians. That's what that means when you see that, correct? Does everybody understand that? When you see that? Okay. This is a unit circle question. Okay? This is a unit circle question. I first want you guys to tell me, what does that say? Sine of theta is positive. What two quadrant is sine positive? 1 and 2. So guess how many answers I'm going to have? I'm going to have 1 in quadrant 1, and I'm going to have 1 in quadrant 2. I'm going to have 2 answers. Correct? Is everybody there with me, understanding that? How are we doing time? Are we okay still? Just to let you know, homework's right there on the board. Okay, so just to let you know, I say to myself, okay, this is me personally. This is how I'd go through this. I say, okay, I know 30 degrees is root 3 over 2 comma half. Is my y value root 3 over 2? Yes or no? Not him. We know it's not 45 because that's root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. Huh? Not him. Then we got 60, which is 1/2 root 3 over 2. Is that it? There he is. So that's what I personally do. I say Sine is the y value. Here's my 3 coordinates. Which one has the y value of root 3 over 2? Okay, so I know that. 60 degrees. Notice, do you guys remember reference angles? Well, if I'm 60 degrees here, therefore I need to be 60 degrees here, so what's this angle? 120, because I'm cutting back 60, right? So 120. Those are my 2 angles in degrees, but what else did I want? I want radians, which is pi, third, and pi. That was a fairly simple one, right? Because that's using our knowledge of the unit circle. Okay? And that's why I want it memorized, so that you can do these a little bit quicker. Okay? Onward. Example 4. So what's my answer going to be between? I only want this because it's not perfect. If it was like 60 degrees or one of our unit circle ones, I'd have to do both, but because this isn't perfect, I wanted it only. But I want you to tell me, what does that say? Cosine of theta is negative 3 over 5, right? What quadrants is cosine negative? 2 and 3. So I'm going to get an angle in quadrant 2, and I'm going to get an angle in quadrant 3. You guys see how that knowledge of where it is positive and where it is negative, that is helping us on every question today so far, right? Okay. So then I can go ahead and do so. This is where I pull out the machine. Okay. How do I, because this is not a unit circle question, so how can I find an angle if it's not on the unit circle? That's where I need to use my calculator. Okay. With that being said, I will pull out my calculator. Actually, how do we get rid of cosine? This is where the arc cosine comes in. Arc cosine gets rid of the cosine. It doesn't get rid of the angle. So that's why we're able to use that. Once again, remember arc cosine is the same button on your calculator as that. Okay? So then, we have theta is the arc cosine of negative 3/5. What mode should you be in? You need to be in degree mode because we're looking for degrees. Okay, so then I go arc cosine. To me, that's how I call that as an arc cosine. When I was in math, we never used that symbol because we didn't want to get it confused. Okay, arc cosine of negative 3 divided by 5. 126.87 will go, okay? Everybody understand that? 126.87 degrees. That's one angle. Where's my other angle? In quadrant 3. How do I find that angle in quadrant 3? Well, if they have the same value, they have the same reference angle. Just like when we say 120 and 60. They have the same reference angle of 60 degrees, don't they? That is why they're the same coordinates. Okay? So therefore, I draw a picture. Here's 126.87, roughly looks right here. Hi. Yeah, if she's okay with it. So that's 126.87 from here. So what's our reference angle? 53.13. Does everybody see that? 53.13. So I'm going to use that reference angle and go down into quadrant 3 now. And say this guy is 53.13. So what is it from here to here? 213.13, right? Does everybody see that? Notice, check it out with your calculator. Notice, by the way, negative 3 divided by 5 is negative 0.6. Go ahead and put in the cosine of 126.87 for me. And what do you get? Give me the other one. Cosine of 213.13. What do you get? Oh, did I not add enough? Oh, it's 233, huh? Sorry, 233. Nobody, sorry. Apologize. Try that. Buffalo, you did that, huh? Sorry, 233. Do we get the point negative 0.6 again? You guys see how you can also check in a way too? Yes, my lady. No problem. What I did is because I got this angle out of my machine, right? Because I got that angle out of my machine, I know that's here. But these two have the same reference angle, so if I find his reference angle, I can go ahead and use it in quadrant 3 to then assist me to find the angle in quadrant. Okay, that's why 150 and 210 have basically the same coordinate, because their reference angle is 30 degrees, right? That's why they have the same coordinate. Same deal. If they have the same reference angle, they're going to basically have the same coordinate, and the only reason why I'm in 2 and 3 and I know they're going to be equal is because that's what cosine is negative. Does that make sense? Okay, really quickly. Tangent of theta, okay, is negative 2/3. Really quickly with your calculator, tell me what it tells you. I'm going to kind of go fast here, guys. What do we get? What? You got your rating there. Make sure you got a rating there. What did you get? Negative 33.69. Okay. Negative 33.69. That's basically what it should be. I'll help you out. Arc tangent of negative 2/3. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, where did I ask for your angle to be in last time? Between 0 to 360. Is that 0 to 360? No, that's not. That's what it looks like right here. This is 33.69. That's a reference angle. The negative of that is that angle right there. But I want my answer in between 0 and 360, so isn't that this angle right there? Coterminal. So we add 360 to that. We should get something in quadrant 4. I know I did that. Quadrant 4, you should get 326.31, right? Okay. And notice, what other quadrant should tangent be negative in? Where is tangent negative? 2. So I should have an angle up here. And this would be 33.69 because they should have the same reference angle, correct? Right? Same reference angle. So therefore this is 180 cut back 33.69, which is 146.31. Right? And there's your two angles. Using the idea of where is sine positive, where is tangent negative, and all this other stuff, you should come out with an angle. Now, one really quick, I'm not going to be able to give you the time to do it, but we'll talk about it really quick. It says, find tangent of theta if sine of theta is negative 5/13 in quadrant 3. So instead of asking where this quadrant's at, it's already telling you where this is at, correct? So we just go to quadrant 3. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. This is, does anybody know this side without doing the Pythagorean circle? Because it is a Pythagorean circle. Negative 5, 12. Since this is 13, this would be 12. 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean circle. If you did Pythagorean theorem, you'd get that. So what's the tangent of this? Opposite? Negative 5 over adjacent. So 5. Questions with that? Did everybody get the homework? What does it say over there? 3, 5, 7, 11 through 24 all, correct?
Yeah.
And then 29 through, does it say 29? Through 85, every other, and then 89, correct? Test next week, ladies and gentlemen. I know we kind of rushed as we talked about the calculus thing, but you guys feel comfy understanding which quadrants you got to basically find? Come up here, Nikki.